China has announced a suite of changes to what's called the value-added tax. So this tax previously, contraceptive items like the pill or condoms were exempt from this particular tax. But now, coming into effect from essentially the 1st of January, we could see products like that facing up to 13% in tax, so effectively raising the price of these products. Meanwhile, products that are aimed at getting people to get together in heterosexual couples, perhaps have children, those kinds of services, including matchmaking, they will now receive tax benefits, so they'll be exempt from this tax.
So why have these changes been brought about?
Essentially, the Chinese government wants to see more people having babies. We've seen over the past decades, the birth rate has been declining in China. That's in large part because of its own government policy, the one-child policy, which we saw in effect from 1979 until around 2015. That policy affected different parts of China in different ways, but essentially the main aim of that policy was to see the birth rate go down, and it was successful in seeing that birth rate go down. But where China is facing a serious problem is for the past 3 years, China has had a declining population. So the actual size of the population itself has gone down, which is not good news for its economy. And it means that in the coming years, and already we're seeing an aging population. So this suite of changes to the tax, from lifting the price of condoms to reducing tax or creating tax breaks on things like matchmaking services, they're hoping to see that it could inspire young people to get together and have more children.
What has been the reaction in China?
Well, so ABC's Chinese service has been monitoring for reactions online. They've been looking at Weibo and also Xiaohongshu, which is known as Red Note. So on these apps, people have responded in fairly humorous ways, you know, saying things like, if it wasn't already expensive enough to have a child, which is one of the concerns of many young people in China, is that they don't want to have children because it's too expensive, something that we're seeing across the world. But people are saying, you know, if it wasn't already expensive enough to have a child, now it's going to be more expensive to get a condom as well. So people are coming to this, you know, social policy with a sense of humour. But there's very serious ramifications, because products like condoms, they're not just about preventing pregnancy. They also are about sexual health. And earlier this year, we've seen a report released that the rate of HIV and AIDS among people aged 15 to 24 in China is actually on the rise. So having access to products like condoms is actually very important in terms of public health. So many experts are advocating that this might not be the right way to go.
Madeline, thank you.
Thanks, Yvonne.